So you are Ivy, correct?
Ivory, sir.
Okay, you do not fucking understand how this is gonna affect the Minecraft YouTuber community. Alright, so before we begin, I wanted to say that this is a script that I wrote at like 3 in the morning yesterday because I couldn't sleep and my mind was just filled rattling around with Ivory and the White Pine related things, and I just really wanted to put it all in a document. So, I'm gonna read it out now. Some of it might sound crazy and delusional, and if it does, blame it on 3 a.m. meat, but we'll see how it goes. I still agree with most of the things. I reread it, but like, let's just see how it happens. Ivory Cello is my favorite person in the entirety of the internet. White Pine is not the first thing that comes to the minds of most people when they think of a Minecraft video. Because when most people think of a Minecraft video, they think of the crazy, super hyperspeed caption and fast-paced content that you see with shit like, I made 1 quintillion diamond blocks on this lifesteal Minecraft server just to prank my friend. And look, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with those videos. I mean, sadly, we live in a world where that's simply the type of content people need to make to get money, and that's just not in their control. That's on the algorithm's control. But either way, that's really not what White Pine is, because even though, for example, White Pine episode 1 is technically a Minecraft video, it starts like this. 20 full seconds of the raw sounds of leaves rushing with little to none fast-paced visual stimulation. I bet you we just lost like so much viewer attention right there. And that's the most obvious reason White Pine never really hit the crazy view count numbers that we see on other Minecraft videos that we just talked about. It just doesn't appeal to the algorithm as much as those others do. Even just inside Ivory's channel, episode 1, it's still 2 million views below her older content. And when you compare it to some other Minecraft roleplay videos from recent times, it's really not that big in a question of numbers. But I don't want to focus on that. I don't want to sit here and talk about the fact that it could have gotten 5 million views. I want to focus on the fact that it did get 1 million views and what that really means. But first, to understand that, I feel like it's important to go back to Ivory herself a little bit and understand the situation and the situations actually that she had to go through just in order to start making White Pine and to be in the position that she is at current day. I am not going to get into the details. Originally in the script, I got into the details and I talked all about the stuff that she made before White Pine, but I feel like a lot of it is kind of delicate to talk about. I know what it's like to want to be disconnected from the things you made before you transitioned. So out of respect, I'm not gonna just come out here and cite all the things that I was originally gonna cite about the stuff that she made. I'm gonna just go overhead the things that I was gonna say originally. To put it in short, Ivory was always making things that somehow were different or not fitting into the likeness of the general public, or more specifically, the likeness of the community she was making those things for. For example, she likes quiet. She likes the quietness, the delicateness, and that's really not what the general Minecraft viewer public likes nowadays, and you can see that on the algorithm. Another example is her wanting to make story-driven videos and facing opposition because people were mad that they were scripted or planned in some way when she was just trying to tell a good story. And the biggest example of them all, I think, is when she came out as a trans woman. She faced so much fucking opposition because she was making a Minecraft video. And let's be honest, I don't want to generalize, but the Minecraft community has been pretty clear on how misogynistic and closed-minded it can be. Add that up with all the transphobia you see nowadays, and you have such an aggressive amount of those 5 million viewers that I was talking about earlier that are simply way too stupid in that sense. What I'm trying to say with all of this is that it's pretty clear Ivory had it tough. She was really ahead of her time, if you ask me, with all of the content she was making and all the cinematography she was applying into her videos. I really do believe that, and I think she deserves all the respect, kindness, and support we can possibly give to her due to all this hate she suffered and due to all the shit she had to go through repositioning herself in her own community just to find what she was looking for, I think, which was a community and viewers that actually embrace her content for what it is. And I really believe White Pine is the final resolution of that. All of that, everything she had to go through in her YouTube career. And I think this is where we can finally go back to those 1 million views that I was talking about in the beginning, and what I think they really represent for Ivory and for just the Minecraft YouTube community right now in general. In the midst of all the hate and all the opposition that Ivory had to face, somehow still she found 1 million people that are still out there willing to give her love, willing to understand her content, willing to watch what she's making, and willingly create alongside with it. I think this is where my real appreciation for WHITEPINE is, because if you compare the amount of fan art and fan edits and music and writing and whatever else I have seen from WHITEPINE fans to all the fan content that I've seen from those like 5-10 million view videos that I've seen on YouTube, the difference is like comical. I think that's the difference, because when you look into 1 million views on WHITEPINE episode 1, you are seeing 1 million people watching and loving and immersing themselves in that art and creating alongside with it, making fan art, making edits, making whatever else. And when you see those 5 million views on other videos, they're silent. They're dead silent. They're just, no one's commenting. Sometimes they're not even liking. They're just watching on silence, consuming, and then ditching it and letting go, because that's how the algorithm works. There's gonna be a little section here talking about how I think I'm not trying to target this to anyone. This isn't like an attack, I'm just saying. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and lecture you about what is a good Minecraft video and what is a bad Minecraft video. I'm way past that. I don't want to talk about that. I'm just interested in understanding that WHITEPINE shows us that there is a possibility of Minecraft videos being something so much more, being something that can find this community that has always existed in the Minecraft community, that is filled with artists, filled with creatives, and unite them all together into liking something and enjoying something and creating and prospering and thriving. It can be an art. Art can be involved in this. It doesn't have to be completely lost into the algorithm and all the crazy content slop that people talk about nowadays. It doesn't just have to be something that gets you money. It can be something more. And I think there are so many different ways to do that. You don't need to do it in like a cinematical crazy way like WHITEPINE is doing. You can do it in a fast-paced video or whatever that fits the algorithm, if that is what you personally enjoy and what you believe is a good style for your series or whatever else it is that you're trying to do. But I think WHITEPINE, because it is so different from the crazy regular algorithm types of things, we look at it and we say, wow, this really is causing something new and creating a new space for this part of the community that has always existed and will never cease to exist. Artists have always found their way to prosper in whatever community it is, and I think WHITEPINE existing almost as the sort of resort for these artists in the community that are they just want a good story. I think at the end, a lot of these people just want a good story that they can prosper through and that they can create through and that they can be inspired through. And having WHITEPINE as that is so important to me. Anyways, at this point, I'm just ranting on and on. Sorry about that. But I just wanted to make this video because WHITEPINE has a really big importance to me in my heart. And Ivory does this too as a trans creator making Minecraft content. So this is so beautiful and so important. So I just wanted to make this video to pretty much turn it into a love letter to Ivory and WHITEPINE, I think. I think that's the best way to put it. It's a love letter to all of WHITEPINE, but also just all of the artists in this community that have always been here and always will be here and are so beautiful and so wonderful and so respectable. I really think we should just be able to cherish forever and ever all of the artists in this community and all the experience we have had as artists and with the other artists in this community. So thank you all so much for that. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. Go watch WHITEPINE. I think that's all I really have to say. Sorry that I've been really gone ever since Caloscope ended. I've been working on a few separate things and also just busy with real life stuff. I will be trying to post more. Again, college, so a little busy with that, but I will be doing my best to keep you guys updated on just whatever's going on and my progress updates. Expect something really cool to be announced very soon. I don't know how soon, but I expect to be very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye. Subscribe.